Hey everybody, back again today with a very important video. If you run a website, YouTube channel, Instagram page, anything, if you create anything on the internet, a business, a fan page, Twitter, whatever you're doing, you need to know about SEO, right? Search Engine Optimization. You probably have heard about it before. It's a buzzword that people like to throw around because it's complicated and most people don't get it, but they know it's important. And if today, more than ever, if you want to have success and get a following and make money and get views, you have to have a understanding, even basic, of what SEO is and how you can use it to try and grow your projects, right? So what is SEO? SEO, search engine optimization, is basically crafting your content so it is search engine favorable, I guess is how it works, right? Think about it. Take Google, for example, right? What is Google's job? The search engine. Its job is basically to answer questions as quickly as possible with the best information possible, right? So when you type in Google, you type in you're looking for something, right? Either asking a question or looking for a good deal or trying to find that video you saw last year and whatever it is. So you're typing in a question and Google has to quickly try and find the best answer out of the millions of different variables and options out there. It wants to drive the best answers to you. It's very good at it, right? That's how they make their money. That's why everyone uses Google, because they have their search engine is the best. But how does Google find that content? How does it know? How does it always know what is best? And that is of course because of its algorithm. So Google has a massively complex algorithm that it uses in its search engine to try and find the best content. And this algorithm looks at literally hundreds, if not thousands, of different things on your web page, on your website, on your video, whatever. YouTube is owned by Google, by the way, to try and find the best content out there. And this thing is constantly changing. Every day, Google tweaks the algorithm 2 or 3 times. So SEO is constantly evolving and changing. They don't make it public what's in the algorithm, but just trial and error and people do make a career out of this. We have a pretty good idea of what Google likes. And once you know what Google's looking for, it's your job to make the content you produce as Google friendly as you can, so Google will rank your stuff high when people search. Why is that important? When's the last time you ever hit page 2 on a Google search? Whoever does that, right? When's the last time you ever scrolled down from the top searches on a Google? Whoever looks at the bottom of the page, 10, 8, and 9, very few people do. It's like 20%, I think, or less, right? Usually people click that first link or the second or third, and that's where you want to be, in those top 3 if possible, because those suck up the majority of the traffic. The more traffic you get, right, the more products you can sell to potential customers, the more views you get for your ads if you have them hosted on your website, so you can get more money that way. The more leads you get, the more likes you can have, the more subscribers that come your way. There's a lot of money to be made to be in that first, second or third category, listing, rank, whatever. And so you want to try your best to be there. And so that's basically what SEO is. Gaming the system, which makes it sound devious, I guess. But that's basically what SEO experts do, is you're trying to check off as many boxes as possible to, hey, Google, look at this. This is awesome. This is what you like. You should push this up on your search results so I can get the traffic I need to make my business and website or whatever run smoothly, right? So that's basically SEO. The idea is not complicated, but what's just complicated about it is there's just so many things that Google looks for to try and rank, right? And a lot of these are under your control. Some of it's not quite. A lot of it takes time. But the better you have an understanding of SEO, again, the more, like I said, traffic you're going to get, right? So, and I'll go into more specifics later on in different videos. Today's just kind of an overview. But for example, something as simple as like your website length, like existence. How long has your like website been around for, right? It's very easy for me to just go and make a website in a day, throw it on the internet. It could have amazing, awesome, brilliant, mind-blowing, never before seen content, right? But it's brand new. It's an infant. Google's not really going to see it because they want to see stuff that's lasted the test of time. So the domain authority, right? Or the length of authority. The longer you've had your website, the higher it will rank, because Google likes to see websites that have been around for a while, okay? But speaking of making stuff, how much are you updating your website, right? They like to see that there's new content being refreshed and updated and pushed constantly all the time. If you have a website and you just abandon it, or you only update it periodically, it's better than nothing, but Google's going to kind of ding you for that because they like to see engaging content that's going to bring visitors back. That shows a website that's active. That shows a website that's engaged. That shows a website that is busy. So you want to make sure that you feed the monster and you keep updating content as often as you can. How fast does your page load is a big thing as well. That's a huge thing. If you got a website that's full of all these videos and high-res images and tons of text and copy and whatever it is, if it takes a long time to load, people don't have the patience. And like, I'll just go check out a different website, right? Literally, you got maybe 2 seconds to get that page loaded up. And any longer than that, and you will lose traffic because people just don't have the attention span to wait. It's not the society we live in. Is your website mobile friendly, right? If you were to look it up on your phone, can you still use it? And does it operate fine? Is it easy to read? Or is it a cluster and it's just a huge mess, right? They will ding you for that because more and more and more and more people use their phones for shopping, browsing, viewing, reading content on the internet now. So if you're not mobile friendly, you're going to get dinged for that, right? How is your website or your pages keyworded? So that's a whole video or two in itself. But there are certain phrases that Google looks for when it finds answers to people's questions. And if you have awesome content, but let's just say it's keyworded wrong, it's identified wrong, basically, it's not going to exist in Google's eyes. And so it's going to be hard to rank if you can't keyword correctly. On top of that, sometimes you can keyword too much, keyword stuffing. If you say you want to talk about, I don't know, selling motorcycle helmets, right? And your page is just full of, selling, you just literally write selling motorcycle helmet or the best motorcycle helmets available or something like that. You just spam that over and over and over again. Oh, if someone searches for best motorcycle helmets available, my webpage is going to show up because I wrote that thing 100 times. No, you're going to get dinged, right? Because sometimes you can do it too much. Backlinks is probably like the biggest thing, right? So it's hard for Google to say what's good and bad content, but a very easy thing for them to do is to let us do the work for them. So good content has a tendency to get shared, to get talked about, right? To get promoted naturally. It's what we do. If you're doing research for, I don't know, a shopping guide and someone comes across your best motorcycle helmet article, hey, this is good stuff, I want to share that with my readers, they'll link your article. That's kind of like a point of approval, right? It's a thumbs up for that. Think of it like a like, basically. Hey, I like this content. I'm going to share it with my readers. And so that's a vote of approval. Google will see that. Oh, people actually like this. It's shareable. It's social, whatever it is. And that will help get you promoted as well. So a big part of SEO actually is going and getting those backlinks, or juice is what people like to call it, right? But the more backlinks you have and the better those backlinks are just naturally that's going to identify higher quality content, right? But that's super competitive. Tons of ways to go about that. Super critical. And like I said, that's a whole, not a video, that's a whole class in itself, getting backlinks, right? But like I said, tons of things that you can do for your promoting and pushing your content. And that's all just called SEO, right? It's not difficult to do, but it is very overwhelming and very time consuming. And so a lot of people don't have the time to do it, and so may hire others to do it for them, or they try on their own. And like me, you kind of learn through trial and error and researching and stuff. Tons of information available. Go search it out. I mean, if you found this video, maybe that's what you were doing. But it's a super important skill to learn, because otherwise you're just kind of talking to yourself. No one's going to find you on the internet, and you have to have a grasp on SEO, and you just have to keep that in mind as you write your articles, build up your websites, make your videos. You always need to have SEO in the back of your mind, and when you make that content, make sure it's SEO friendly, so it will rank better and you'll profit more from it, right? It's definitely a skill. It's not something you learn overnight. It's constantly changing, like I said, so what worked a year from now won't work now, and it's very lucrative if you become good at it. But like I said, it's critical. It's super, super important, and you got to have a grasp on SEO. So I'm not an expert by any means, but I know quite a bit. I used to sell SEO for a while. I used to do SEO for a while. And so I will make some more videos going in some more detail on things I've done and mistakes I've made and easy little SEO hacks, I guess, you can do for your websites and content to try and get promoted out there. So anyway, but if you can't wait, by all means, definitely go find good content. If you find good stuff, I don't know, put in the comments, share it with others. But SEO is super, 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 super important, more important than ever, and it's always been important from the beginning. So anyway, that's it for today. I got to go work on some SEO, and I will catch you later. I know you guys got work to do too. All right.